the moment where they made the decision to crucify Jesus instead of Barabbas. And made a statement. I said, after looking at that a couple times, I realized that we are all Barabbas.
Jesus didn't die for every sin I've ever committed. He died for every sin I will ever commit, past, present, and future.
Imagine God being so great at creating everything, everybody, but yet we think we're strong enough to be holding him up to be able to let him down.
How many times you're like, I am so tired of being me?
Yeah, no. Oh my goodness, that's how I got here. Like, I can't be me no more. Like, what? I can't be this guy. I would leave him behind. I don't like him anymore.
So how many of us have been set free and then just walked away?
Because there's everybody, Hosanna, Hosanna, which is rescue us, rescue us, rescue us. But they got Jesus wrong. Jesus wasn't there to be a king to save them from Rome.
I was trying to bury something very shallow, and then the first tiny rain came through it and just brought it right back downhill to me.
Hey, welcome to God's Glory and Men's Real Stories. We are, we're in season 3, and I'm excited to be hanging out with some of my homeboys. My homeboys, I call them that. Today, it's we're just gonna jump right in there. I got Paulie smiling all big at me over there right now, and I got my boy Christian in the house with me. And we decided to just try out something different today. And I don't even think this is different. This is what we normally do. This is we do it in different settings, but we decided that we were just all gonna come in here and we're just gonna kind of like just talk. I mean, the beauty of it is that we're all storytellers. And so no matter what we're doing, we're telling stories in some matter of form. And of course, we're going to try to keep it in the lane today. I don't know how well we're going to do. Yeah, I know. You just gave me that look. It may not stay in the rails today, but I hope you guys stay, because I think there's going to be a lot that you're going to get out of this episode regardless, because the truth is we actually do somewhat have, I would say, somewhat of a topic. We came in here with an idea that we want to all talk about, because we all had our own, how would you say it, like relationship with it, where it was like, yeah, that's good. I want to do that. That sounds really good.
Sort of a new way of looking at things.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so we're gonna unpack that today. So who wants to throw out what we're talking about today? Who wants to get this going first?
That seemed like a Robert thing to do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Give me my camera.
Where's my camera?
Hey, look. Where's my camera? It's my camera. Hey, so today I was talking to Paulie at church a couple weeks ago, and it was following Easter. It was following an Easter Sunday service, and this was also following a Carolina Outpost, where we all had a very up close and visual moment where we saw what it was for Jesus to love his church. And we watched the scene from The Passion of Christ. And so in that scene, it showed, if you've ever seen the movie The Passion of Christ, you've seen how it's in your face. It's raw. It gives you up close and personal opportunity to see what Jesus did, not only for us, but how he did it and how he calls us to do it. Would you say I got that pretty correct? Mm. And so, but what I wasn't prepared to think about was how we were watching the scene where he was up on the steps. Where was that? That was
with Pilate.
With Pilate. This is in Rome, right?
Nah, this was in Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Yeah. Yes. And the moment where they made the decision to crucify Jesus instead of Barabbas. And I asked Paulie the question. I don't think I asked you a question. I made a statement. I said, after looking at that a couple of times, I realized that we are all Barabbas. And that's when you responded.
I was like, whoa. Yeah, because I've been in church all my life. And to have that laid on me, I was like, I don't remember ever hearing a message from that perspective, that we are Barabbas.
Right.
A rebellious murderer who's set free to crucify an innocent man.
Right. For sure. And it didn't just stop with you. I then turned around and I happened to be talking to Christian, who said that his family had watched this movie over Easter Sunday. And at which point he begins to tell me this.
They were asking what happened to Barabbas after he was set free. You know, like, where is he? What is he doing? What happened to him? Is he in heaven? All hard questions. And I'm like, okay, let me pause. Pause the TV, pull out the Bible app, pull out Google, ChatGPT. All of them.
Yeah.
None of them know.
Nobody does. There's a lot of speculations, but
Yeah. So it brought us to this table. It brought us to realizing, as I said to you, that like, wow, we all have a Barabbas story. We all have, like, even though we don't know the specifics of what happened next or even what happened before, I think it gives us room to say, like, wow, how does that look when we put ourselves in the space of like, I am Barabbas. We are Barabbas. Like, what does that look like, and how does that feel if we were to fill in the blanks? What's so funny, Wally? Now it's all on.
Yeah, I was just thinking, and I was talking to one of my boys, I think this week, like my actual sons, about that idea. Like, you grow up, I grew up feeling like Jesus was, or God was always looking down, waiting for me to screw up, waiting to throw a shoe at me, waiting to punish me. And like, I knew the right answers. I knew I was get to heaven when I died. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm down here screwing up. And it was like this idea, like every time I did something wrong, I was basically putting Jesus back on the cross. And that's a really terrible way to live.
For sure.
That's because you live under that pressure, and we can't deal with it. But like, again, it's just like that cycle. And to the point where it even became, there's no way God could like me. Certainly doesn't love me.
Especially if you keep putting him on the cross every time.
Repeatedly.
And if he does, there's something wrong with him.
Yeah. I wonder how many people, I wonder how many people live there though. Like, with that notion of like, every time I mess up, I'm putting Christ, or God's looking down at me frowning. And so I'd rather just not be on his team.
There's another scar on his back.
You kind of do, right?
Yeah. No, it's I think that's why it's easier to say, let me put some distance between me and God, because I'm tired of letting him down. I think it's the same way we approach, even if it was our own earthly father. Like, okay, like, I don't have to let him down if he's not in my life. And so I think that's where I sit with it, of like, I don't want to let you down. More importantly, I don't want to deal with the pressure of what it looks like to constantly know that I'm not ready to live my life right, or living my life right has become almost impossible to get it right because somebody told me I had to be perfect at this.
Right.
Yeah. Imagine God being so great at creating everything, everybody, but yet we think we're strong enough to be holding him up to be able to let him down.
Come on. Yeah. No, real talk. And it's like, but I think it's real though. We really do feel like I'm letting God down and don't even see him as like, oh yeah, he's holding me up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's wild. So yeah, I think I sit with you guys in that, like, it's like, how is my Barabbas story spoke? How have I seen me as Barabbas and realized that, like, how do I respond to a man who took my sentence? Like, because I don't recall ever seeing like a crime story or anything where somebody steps in and says, okay, look, I'm going to actually spend that time. I'm going to serve that time for my son. I'm going to actually, deal with the consequences of him. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. And what I'm realizing is that in all of this is I watched that movie and saw that scene and saw the moment where he's laughing and all, and he's just like, I got off. And then he looks back and it's almost like his whole demeanor changed. Like,
Yeah.
oh, crap. Like, dang, but he didn't get
You're
off.
gonna get what I was gonna get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
But there was there was also a moment where he was like, is this actually happening? Like, this can't be real.
For sure.
And then he was like, oh, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
like
I literally, I really got off.
Yeah.
Like, they really let me free.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild. And so ever since I saw that, I was just like, what does it look like daily to respond to the freedom I've been given and the life that I now have to live with knowing that? It's one thing when I didn't know that, when I didn't see it that way, when I didn't, people always say, hey, look, when you know better, now you have to respond to that. When you know better, what do you say? How do you respond to what you know? Because when I don't know, then I just don't know. I don't know what I don't know. But when I do know, it's like, dang, how do I respond to this now? I think that's where I sit, even after the outpost of like, how do you respond to that in your home? How do you respond to that at work? How do you respond to that in your daily interactions? And
I think for me, I got to take it back a little bit, like to the week prior. And I got to think about my life compared to a week prior to that moment on the stairs, those same people that were screaming crucify were singing like all praise, and all that stuff. And then I think about my life, like, man, I'm a great person on Sundays, like I'm happiest, all this stuff. And then, come Friday, I've had such a long week. Everything was giving me crap. I'm just like, yeah, screw that. It's a complete 180.
yeah.
And so it's like, that's how I had to recognize, and still on a daily basis recognize, like, okay, am I on Sunday still, or am I on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday? And so starting right there, like, there's so many parts of just that scene that, before we even get to the crucifixion, of so much damage that we did to Jesus, like praising him, to, screaming crucify him, thinking of Pilate and, just washing his hands off with it and being like, I don't want no part of this. That, that's also us. We're like, oh, this is a Christian thing. Like, there's somebody right there that definitely needs the love of Jesus. Yeah, don't want no part of that. I'll wash my hands of it.
Jeez.
And then just walking away. And then we got Barabbas, who is set free and walks away. So how many of us have been set free and then just walked away?
Yeah.
Dude, there's like so many different ideas that I have from just what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And the first part, when I did like you with chat, and I was like, hey, what the hell with Barabbas, right? Like, where did he go? What happened to him? And then that idea, like, I don't remember ever hearing a sermon about how we are Barabbas. We are the rebel who Jesus chose to take our place. And I love how you went back to the Palm Sunday, right? Because there's everybody, Hosanna, Hosanna, which is rescue us, rescue us, rescue us. But they got Jesus wrong. Jesus wasn't there to be a king to save them from Rome. And Jesus is weeping as he's riding in on the donkey, because he's like, they're not cheering for me.
Yeah.
They're cheering for the idea of who the Messiah is.
Right.
And how many times do we chase? The Pharisees were chasing the wrong Messiah. The Pharisees really wanted the Messiah to come.
Yeah.
They just missed him when he did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I think everybody had this expectation of what they expected their Messiah to do, and how he was going to show up, and what his plan was based on how they expected it, how they had internalized the scriptures. I mean, think about
what they wanted. I want freedom from Rome. I'm tired of these guys telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I want, again, they're putting a God in their image.
Yeah.
Instead of realizing, it was cool. This thing I read the other day, said Christianity is the only religion where we are the idols.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are the ones built in the image of
Because
God.
it's all about what we want, not what he wants.
Right. And that was even the garden.
Yep.
Adam and Eve were like, no, I'm not going to trust God to tell me what's right and wrong. I'm going to decide what's right and wrong. And we've been deciding right and wrong Jesus, right and wrong legal system, right and wrong oppression. Like we're the ones who are deciding without submitting to the true Messiah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. See, it makes me sit on that, just like, dang, like, what? How do you?
I can keep going.
No, I know, and I'm feeling like you're water hosing me right now. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean,
Better than waterboarding you.
glad you guys get a kick out of this.
He's almost there.
Okay, so look, before we jump back into the conversation, I want to ask you a quick favor. If these conversations have encouraged you, challenged you, or simply reminded you that you're not alone, would you take a second to subscribe, like, and share this episode, all right? Every share helps us reach another man who may be struggling silently and needs to hear that hope, healing, and freedom are still possible and found in Jesus Christ. And if you'd like to stay connected with everything happening around God's glory and men's real stories, visit our website where you'll find past episodes, podcast updates, merch, and resources designed to support men on their journey towards healing, freedom, and a deeper relationship with God. Thank you for being part of this community. We don't take this support lightly. Now, let's get back to the conversation.
Well, because we've all experienced the real Messiah.
Yeah.
And I love that idea of looking at Jesus in his face. Like we're laughing, like, yeah, freedom.
Right.
And we look at him in his face and we see the cost. But it's, and going back to my story of every time I sinned, I'd put him back up on the cross. No, it was a one-time deal. Because Jesus didn't die for every sin I've ever committed. He died for every sin I will ever commit. Past, present, and future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I'm not putting, he died in the cross. That's the only reason something 2,000 years ago can work.
Yeah.
Is, yep, you died for a sin I'm going to commit that I don't even know I'm going to commit yet.
Yeah.
I may not even know I committed it before because it's not up to me to confess all my sins. It's none of it's up to me.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny as you said that. I always think about how like I had this thought of like when after giving my life to Christ, is the sin that I'm going to do in the future, am I going to have to keep coming back to church and raising my hand to give my life to Christ every time? Like every time I'm responding. And I don't want to laugh at that too much because I know people who do that. Like they feel like, yo,
every summer camp, every youth rally.
Yeah.
Susie and I made out behind the barn the other night.
Here I am, right back, right back up here.
Trying to keep it PG.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. But no,
at the same time though, like we get just to take that deeper. Like if we're really believing that, like if you know, just think if we're believing that Jesus only died for the sins that were already committed, that means everything after his death is not forgiven.
It's on you, dude.
If you believe that, that you just better live a perfect life, bro. Because if you're really believing what you're thinking and saying right now, well, just stop. Just live your life. Because if that's what you truly believe.
And that's what Paul talks about in Romans 7.
Mm-hmm.
I do the things I don't want to do. I don't do the things.
Yeah.
But so Watchman Nee, I can't remember the name of his book, but he talked about Romans. He's like, Romans 6 is all about the grace we've received. Why does Paul go back to this in Romans 7? It's like he's taken a step back. But it's because we do exactly what you said, Christian. We put ourselves back under the law.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like we were Barabbas. We're like, yay, I'm free. But then the next time we go out and we, go raise up a rebellion or we go kill somebody or we go do something, guess what? We're going to go get put back in jail.
Yep.
Because we put ourselves back under the law. Mm-hmm. But the way that it works, that getting into some like legal stuff, like that was a one-time deal. Jesus, like, sort of like Les Mis, we have the passport to say, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But Barabbas could go out, do something. They come to arrest him. Nope, Jesus took my place.
Yeah, that's but see, that's not gonna work though. The problem is the thing that, and I've even had to tell my son this, I'm like, just because there's forgiveness for your sin doesn't mean that there's forgiveness for there's no consequence. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the part where we all sit of like realizing that like there's still a consequence for my sin. I can know where I'm going, but and I can know where I'm going after this life, but I can also know that I'm going to jail for what I just did. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously, and so I think that's the part also that trips people up, of that God can forgive you and meet you in the situations and the choices we make, but there's still a consequence to pay for that choice that we make, and that like, yeah, you still gotta live with that consequence.
Yeah, I love that, because so much of my life was spent waiting for God to punish me. Like karma, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if I do right, I'm going to get blessed. If I do good, God's going to curse me. And I do, but there's a big difference, right, between punishment and consequence.
Yeah.
And I've never felt God punish me. He's allowed me to suffer the consequence of the decisions I've made.
For sure.
But I've never felt like it's been a punishment.
Okay, but see, I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, wait a minute. For some people, they feel like the consequence is the punishment when the consequence was handed down by humans. It's not like God didn't show up.
God, the big cosmic pooper scooper.
For sure.
Clean up my mess behind me. Let me do whatever I want, and you're gonna make sure it works out all right in the back end of things.
And it doesn't work that way. Not only does it not work that way, but it's also that like it's almost like, I thought you said that God was going to work this for my good. And it's like, yeah, so we missed the rest.
Never go past that point. Nobody ever goes past that point. Ever. Like, let's just take everything in the Bible out of context, because again, it's not about God and Jesus.
Right,
it's about me.
right. It's right. For sure. What
does the rest of that sentence say?
He's good according to his will. Right.
Yeah.
But see, I think that part is so confusing that most people would rather leave that part out, because it's the same with like, well, God said he would give me the desires of my heart.
I do.
So a lot of it is like, okay, you want God's goodness, you want the desires of your heart, but you want it apart from him. You want it without being on the same page with him. And don't get me wrong, I get that, man. Like, look, I'm not above that. I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, I figured that all out. Like, there are days where I'm just like, God, if you could just like do this, like you see that this would make sense, and this makes sense for me, and it would be good for my family. So like, let's just bless this and let the party keep going. Like, if you're turning water to wine, it's nothing for you to do this for me right now. And I realized when I sit with it long enough that it's like, yeah, but like, I don't know if we ever got on the same page with this. Like, I don't know if I align my heart with yours to recognize that this is the good you wanted, based on what we have talked about, what you've shared with me, what you've shown me. This is just the good I want, based on what would be good for, whether it be my resume, for my life, so that I can show my homeboys, so I can show my friends, so that I can look good and be that guy. And I think that's where, even when it comes to like, I'll force my way in, I find myself having to go back to God screaming to say, hey, look, I messed it up. I never consulted you, but I thought this would be the best thing for me. And look, and if I got it, I'll do an award speech and be like, and I want to thank God for it. Like, thank you, God, for like hooking me up with this if I win something. But it's like, yo, I miss it, because it's like, it was never, I can imagine God just being up there like, no, don't thank me. Please don't thank me for that. Please leave me out
That
of
wasn't
this.
my work. That was the enemy's work.
Right.
I didn't want you to do that, but you wouldn't listen.
You got a blessing, all right, but that wasn't what I sent you, by the way. I hope that you check the past. You know how quickly we tear into packages and we don't ever check who it comes from just because we see our name on it? It's like, oh, it's a package for me, and we don't realize who the package came from, so we just tear through it really quick. Blessing! And it's like, but like later on, somebody comes back and like pulls the packaging out the trash can. It's like, wait a minute. No. I don't think you want this package. This is not from God. This is not from him. I don't even know what name this is, but I know it's not his name.
Let's just all right. Let me. I'm just over here while you guys are having a picture. I'm over here having like a mental conversation, and I'm trying to picture like, okay, what if we picture it as if we're actually sitting in front of God, okay, and we're having a conversation. You're like, God, I really desire in my heart, I want a giant house, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And God's like, okay, what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna use it for you? You're gonna use it for me? Oh no, my neighbor has a house. I just want one bigger than him. Not happening. Bro.
Hey, but that's real though. I mean, that's really
real.
Yeah.
So real. So it's like, again, what are you gonna do with it? How are you gonna use this giant house that your heart apparently desires?
Mm-hmm.
How are you gonna use it for me?
Mm.
What's it gonna do for my kingdom? And if he can, you shouldn't have to say anything. God knows your heart already, and if your heart aligns with His, that right there cancels out everything. There is no conversation to have. He knows what you desire. You shouldn't have to ask. You shouldn't have. There should be no speech or thank you award, because you're already using whatever was truly desired in your heart that aligns with His heart, that can be used for His will and His kingdom. That right there in itself is the thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot of guys saying, I really thank God that I missed that kick, or that I dropped the interception, or that we lost the Super Bowl, or that I didn't get that job that I really wanted. That would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really thank God for my being laid off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's us going back to the garden, right? I decide the knowledge of good and evil. I determine what's good and evil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. In the last couple of years, I lost one of my best friends to cancer. And what you were saying earlier about the desires of my heart, like, I didn't want my friend to die.
Yeah.
I don't want to see his wife and his daughters going through the pain of missing him.
Mm.
And there's questions of, where are you in this? Right?
Yeah.
And you can get lost because I determine, right? That's Jesus. You're here to save me from Rome. You're here to do this. You're here to heal the lepers, give sight to the blind, all this stuff. You could have healed my friend.
Sure.
But you didn't.
What would have come of it?
Right.
Yeah.
I determine what's good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
And when I take that burden that's not mine to carry, I'm not God. Thank goodness. But like, there's stuff we all have the past where we're like, no, that was some bad stuff.
Yeah.
God would define that as evil. It's like, yeah, he would. Look at Joseph. Look at Daniel. Look at everybody in the Bible. They go through terrible things. They do terrible, stupid things multiple times. Abraham never learns. He keeps trying to pass it. Now it's my sister. Because he's trying to say what's good and bad.
Yeah.
And what are we going to do when we're faced with something that we're like, no, this is bad? You go back to what you were saying about praying. And He will give us the desires of our heart when our hearts are aligned with His.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so as you were saying that, I literally this just hit me. I've before walking with God, I walked alone. And I can say that like all the bad stuff that happened to me and the bad choices I made were aligned with my own choices. And so even now, and I'm just thinking about this, I believed, even walking with God, that it's got to be better than what I was doing. So I can blame all the bad stuff that happened to me on me and being outside of his protection. Mm-hmm. But then I start walking this path with him. And I saw how you got you that cheap blow you got where you were like, yeah, I mean, you could go through layoff. And it's like, but no, wait, God. Yeah,
I was trying to cast a wide net.
Yeah, I said, yeah. Well, don't worry. I got caught in your net. I was over here like, hey, baby. Even Christian looked at me like, ooh, he got you. I was like, I know that was low, but
Paul called himself a Nemo.
It sucks when you get caught in the net.
Yeah, it resonates with you. It's like, oh, we just got personal in here. I didn't know we were getting personal.
Woke up for violence.
Whoa, look at
we chose violence.
But it's like God, like you're good, and I can see all the stuff I did as my problem. Like I did that, but where are you at right now? In this, like I walk with, and so I see how people get this so, and take this off. I see how people get this so
hot in here.
I know it's getting hot in here, man. Like they I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, wait, God, like is it, and I'm falling victim to the like, is this punishment? Is this a consequence? Oh. Is this but
if you only hadn't yelled at Harley last week.
That's where he's gonna go.
Then you'd have a job.
Don't do that. Don't put that in my head, because I'll sit here and I'll think back to like, wait, did I yell at her?
I was supposed to go on a mission trip a couple years ago. The day before, I got like 103 temp and couldn't go. And I was sick for like a month, the sickest I remember ever being. And I had guys, like the leader of the trip, seriously made me feel, oh, you didn't pray enough. You didn't step out in faith and show up. And I'm like, I prayed for healing. He's like, oh, you just need to pray for healing and you'll get it. Like,
believe that you have it, Paul.
Yeah. Name it and claim it.
God already healed you.
What's wrong with you, brother? Your faith's not strong enough.
Yeah. If I had prayed hard enough, if I had done the right things, if I had become the right sort of man, then my marriage would get saved. Then my friend would be healed. Then I'd have this job. Then right?
Yeah.
Good and evil. Instead of following Jesus' pattern of, I don't want to do this. This sucks. If there's any other way. And there was. Jesus could have said, nope, I'm out of here. That was the temptation.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody took his life. He gave it. Will I give my life? Or will I die every day to myself and say, yep, Jesus, you took your place like Barabbas. But you know what? I'm with you. Wherever you go, I go.
You know how hard it is for Jesus to pave the path for you if you're standing in front of him?
No, over here. Over here. I want to go over there.
Go this way. I think one of the most, in my personal opinion, one of the worst things God could have given us was free will. Like,
but we couldn't be made in his image.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think free will just messes it all up. Just like,
but I always think though that if he didn't give us free will, let's just say he programmed all of us to just worship him and to be sinless, then at that point, what is the point of making us in his image? Like it defeats the purpose, because I always, and this just comes to me when I think about this. I think if I've been created in his image, then that means that God also has free will.
Yeah.
In his character. And I'm like, and he chooses to continue to come after me in his free will that he's given me, just like his image. And I'm like, yo, I'd have left me behind a long time ago in my free will. Like, seriously.
I mean, yeah, how many times you're like, I am so tired of being me.
Yeah, no. Oh my goodness, that's how I got here. Like, I can't be me no more. Like, what? I can't be this guy. I can't keep being this guy. Like, I would leave him behind. I don't like him anymore. Like, that is that everything here is because of I got so sick of me. I truly hated me. Like God, you don't have to leave me behind because I'm ready to leave me behind. And I think I know that his free will to say, you're right, you probably are far gone, and still come for me. Like that part is where I think it starts to align my free will with his free will to, as you said, wake up every day and take up my cross and die to me. Like it's a choice, because I see it as he makes that choice for me every day. So am I going to make that? And I know I've never read that in the Bible, but I see it as he makes a choice daily to want to welcome me in his presence. But will I make the choice to come into his presence? Like, will I do that, or will I choose that? Like, there's other things I could be doing. There's other stuff that I could, even if I just put it like, well, God wants me doing this. I'm going to go serve people. I'm going to go and continue on this podcast. I'll come up with all this stuff that I'm like, I'm doing it for you, Lord. And he's just like,
That's not what I asked you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not what I asked you.
Yeah.
You can't do anything for me. That's what Paul talks about in 7. When you try to do something for God, you just reveal yourself as a bumbling servant, incapable of doing anything right.
Okay, but even in saying that, though, it's like, but I'm called to be a servant, though. And so, God, I just want to,
but change it.
Wait, hold up. Wait. And maybe you know it just popped off. It's like we fall back into into the prodigal son, where God, I'm only worthy of being a servant. Mm-hmm. Like, just let me come back and be one of your servants.
No, come into the house. No, I'm gonna go to the shed. This is where I belong. I'll stay with the pigs here.
Yeah.
At least I'm with your house, but I'm with the pigs.
Right.
Because I'm not good enough to be like, I don't deserve. That false humility stuff, right?
Yeah.
There I am moving away from the mic.
Yeah. I was about to say, what is Barney doing? Here you go. But no, but you're right though. You're right. It is and I don't think I've ever connected it to false humility, but I connect it to like this lack of worthiness. Like, I'm not worthy of this. I don't, and I know that when you begin this walk, that is strong in you. Like, I'm not worthy of this. I don't deserve to be.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Bro, guy.
You can't bring a movie guy in here.
I just realized that. I was like I tell Paul all the time. He's the movie Bumblebee. Like he's Bumblebee, but he speaks in movies and not radio tones. Yeah. But like, it's like we do. A lot of us, we sit in that like, I'm not worthy of this,
because we're deciding right and wrong. I'm not worthy of this, God. Mm-hmm. You know what? God sent Jesus to redeem us, to say that we are worthy. What price? We live in a capitalist society. The market, the price is what the market will bear, right?
Right.
The market, God showed how much we're worth by how much he was willing to pay.
Oh, sheesh.
But that story is not about the son that returned. That story is about the son who stayed and is just like, okay, Dad, like, really? You're going to give him the best pig? I've been here the whole time,
All my life I've slaved for you.
Yes. And it's like us, like, God, like, come on, like, I did this for you. I was going to go on this mission trip for you. I was going to do this. I
serve at church every week.
You, like, yeah, like, I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. and go to church and just do the prayer and do the, like, God, I did this for you. Like, why can't you do this for me? Well, man, maybe stop doing stuff for God and do stuff with God.
Come into the party. When you were talking, what does it mean to serve God? I thought of Mary and Martha. It's like, he just wants you to sit at his feet. Mm-hmm. Just come with me, son. Come with me,
Yeah.
daughter. Just spend time with me. Don't the doing will happen. But when
Yeah.
you immerse yourself in the presence and union with God, then all that other stuff, one, doesn't really matter. But you allow him to decide what's right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Should I volunteer every week? Maybe yes, maybe no. Should I start a podcast that will go for the next 18 years? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe should I start a podcast, but at any point, God can take it away.
For sure.
It's
That
like,
part.
100%.
yeah,
That part.
100%. Yeah.
Mhm.
job,
Yeah.
relationships, kids, whatever it is, am I willing to sit with him and say, you know what? You're the one who decides what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
And you will be with me through this because I am putting myself at your feet. I am the vine. You are the vine. I am the branch. And I'm going to stay connected because just like Peter said, you alone have the words of life. Where else are we going to go?
Mhm.
Like you were saying earlier, it's like, I know that crap that I know my pre-Jesus days.
Yeah.
And it was a mess, but internally I was torn up,
Yeah. For
miserable,
Sure. For sure.
looking, longing, alone, like all the things. And I'd rather go through the crap with him.
With him than with. Come on. Yeah. No. It's what's interesting is that all these stories that we've even referenced from Mary and Martha to the prodigal son, you know, or his brother. It's almost like we've played each and every one of these characters in different seasons, whether we're serving or whether we're sitting at his feet, whether we've run away from home and said, I can do this on my own, God, or we're sitting there and like, well, why is it that you keep blessing this guy right here and he doesn't even like he just left? Like I mean, seriously,
This guy's an asshole.
God, do they really need 6 kids, God? I don't have any. I'm letting it go. Letting it go.
Right?
Letting it
It's
go.
like, that guy's a terrible father. He works all the time. I just want one kid.
And God's like, what makes you think you're going to be a great father? You could be just as bad. You know, let me finish my work through you.
When you're ready,
I'm
right?
preparing you. You know, get out of my way so I can prepare the way.
Either that or you're like, no, this is what being a father looks like.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, son, you're already a father in all these ways.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
You're
Yeah.
just missing it because you're looking at that one definition. It's like, all right, what does it mean to express this father's heart that you've given me? Right?
Yep. You can't assume you're going to be a great parent by trying to live
Anything?
your life avoiding how your parents parented you. You think, oh, they weren't the greatest, so if I just do the opposite, I got this. We're going to be great parents. No.
But where are you still
'Cause then you
focused
take it too
on?
far.
You're still focused on your terrible parents.
Yeah.
And so you become a terrible parent because you drive where you're looking,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And even by saying no, I don't want to do it like that. You're still looking at them. Fix your eyes,
Yep.
right? And yeah, it's just so good.
It's so crazy how, like, as we sit here and we talk, we're all in different seasons of our lives looking to God for the desires of our heart. And not even that they're bad desires. I think we're all seeking God, even if it's like, okay, maybe not right now, God, but like, can you just toss me a bone and let me know that it's going to be sometime, like you're going to do it at some point or another. Just like, if you tell me you'll do it next year, cool. I'm going to sit back and chill and know that, like, but like the not knowing.
Yeah.
The not knowing is the part where our faith continues to just be like stretched out, like, and it's just like, God, how much more can I? And it you know, I think you said it really well. Of like, I have over the past 2 days, you know, I'm in a season where I'm like, God, where are you taking me next, career wise? And in the past 2 days, I have got to praise with other people who have gotten jobs And I'm like, yo, that's awesome, bro. So happy for you, man. I mean, like that. And it's not that it's like I can't be happy for them, but it's like, okay, well, like, yeah.
When's my turn?
And I'm like, please don't ask me, like, what about you? Let's just focus on you. Like,
nah, man, we're
like,
good.
Yeah, right. Like,
Man.
no, it's good.
God
It's
is good all the time.
all the time. God is good. Yeah. It's like, let's just keep it safe. But it's like, God. But hey there, before we continue on with today's episode of God's Glory and Men's Real Stories, we want to take a moment to share something special with you. Our new sponsor, Confined Space Coffee. Are you looking for a coffee that fuels your heart and uplifts your spirits? Well, look no further. Confined Space Coffee isn't just your average brew. It's a handcrafted blend designed for those who seek connection, inspiration, and a good coffee to sip while sharing stories. It's made from the finest beans sourced from around the world, where every cup is a testament to hard work and dedication. Perfect for you, our listeners, who appreciate the beauty in every step of the journey. At Confined Space Coffee, they believe that great conversation and deep connections often happen over a warm cup of coffee. Whether you're getting ready for a long day or winding down and listening to a powerful conversation on our podcast, their coffee is there to accompany you. So here's the best part as a special offer to our listening community. You can use the code GLORY, capital GLORY, at checkout to receive 10% off your first order. That's right, experience the vibrant flavors and rich stories waiting for you in every sip. So why not brew some Confined Space Coffee today? Gather around the table, share your own stories, and let the warmth of great coffee bring you closer to those you love. Remember, brewing coffee is an art, and at Confined Space Coffee, they're dedicated to making every cup a masterpiece, while bringing attention to the dark, confined spaces we find ourselves in that bring us closer to God. Now, let's get back to today's episode. Remember, whether it's sharing God's glory or exploring men's real stories, great coffee makes everything better. Thanks again for tuning in. You'd be incredible if, like, I got a phone call right now. Or you'd be incredible if all of a sudden I got good news right now.
So I wasn't incredible when I did this?
Wow. Do we okay. Are you trying to say, are we like these children who are just like,
Dad, the ice
never
cream was
happy?
Great, but I really want a brownie now.
Okay,
what about that cotton candy?
Wait. Come on. Let's just. I'll do this. Okay, I'll be honest. Sometimes I will compare myself, at least when I was younger, compare myself to Harry Potter's cousin. Remember? I don't know if you've guys seen Dudley when it's his birthday, and he's like, "How many are there?" 33. Counting them myself. 30. You gave me 35 last year. Like, come on. Like,
yep.
So we're literally just getting so mad at God at what he didn't do and still not being appreciative and grateful for what he has done. And let me tell you, Robert, oh man, I got convicted when I got off the phone with you the other day because I was bragging to you that, you know, I got a new job. I was super excited about it. I am super excited about it. And I got off the phone. And I'm like,
you were one of those people. Look, I forgot that you were one of those people.
I was definitely one of those people. And then you said that, and it brought it back up.
Cast a wide net.
And the guy was like, you just bragged to a man that didn't have a job, but yet when somebody comes to you and they're that excited because they're about to have a child, you don't get excited for them.
Oh.
You just got kicked in the heart nuts.
God.
So bad. Multiple times. Still feel it. Like it just happened.
Wow.
Like, okay, God. Okay, God. Because of that right there. Like, God, okay. Man, you have given me so much opportunities. Like, how am I going to sit here and be so ungrateful that I don't have a child of my own? But I fostered. I was able to do amazing things in these kids' lives and be somebody that they never had. Some of them may never have again. And even not even at my best. Like, I probably was a horrible foster parent, but hopefully I was better than what they got taken away from. And God's like, stop saying you're not a father. Like you were. Like you fathered these, no matter how short of a time it may be, you fathered children. You fathered kids.
Yeah.
Like, how many people nobody says, I have to be a foster parent. Nobody's forcing you to be a foster parent. You signed up for that. You literally volunteer.
Yeah.
And so, like, how can I get mad at it? And then I'm like, I hung up the phone with him. I was like,
such a dick.
I'm such a dick.
Yeah. You check. I mean, you checked us on
number
this
one
one, bro.
rule. You know.
Yeah. You checked us on that one because I mean, you're right, and I think that's the perspective that sometimes we've got to see things through, even though it's hard to see it that way. It's hard to like. I don't know. It's hard to see it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest. I have a hard time seeing all the blessings when I'm sitting back and I'm waiting on God to do something specific. Like, and he could be doing so many great things around me. Like he could be I could literally be waiting on this one thing, and God could be doing so many things that I'm missing because I'm looking at that. I'm just waiting for that light to change. I'm waiting. And it's like, yo, how many things have I missed because
I was looking in the wrong direction?
So
yeah,
I edit a podcast for my brother. He does one for emergency medicine physicians. And so I was editing it literally yesterday. And it was about EMDR, which is a therapy treatment.
Yep.
But he said, like, one day after work, he called his best friend and he made a mistake. And wearing that shame, that beating himself up of something bad might happen to the patient because I didn't write this right. I don't remember what it was, a prescription order. He did something wrong that might have had an adverse outcome. Anxious, tense. You guys know that feeling. Like right here above your stomach where you're just everything's in a
throw
knot.
up. Yep.
But his buddy who'd been through the EMDR process and knew some of that therapy, sort of the tricks, he said, okay, sit with it for a minute, feel it, and now think of something that makes you glad. Think of something that think you're thankful for. And he's like, oh man, I really love, going home to the kids after a long stretch of work. It's like, all right, now go back to that other thing. It's like, oh, weird, that's gone. Like he's like, I feel that joy in my face and my hands, and you go back here to the tension and it's gone. He's like, yeah, anxiety and gratitude can't live in the same place.
Yeah.
And if we're choosing anxiety, right? We're choosing good and evil. We're choosing what we focus on. Like you were just saying, like, look at what I don't have. Then we'll never see all the things we do have. But if we say, you know what? If I don't have it, I don't need it. Because I'm not going to decide what's right and wrong. I'm going to let God decide it. And if I don't have it, I don't need it. And I'm going to trust his judgment.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than I make it sound.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm sitting here and I'm like, no, I'm with you on that. I mean, I get that.
But you guys also know, I've lived it.
I mean, I'm still not going to be bummed out the next time somebody comes in and announces that they're pregnant, about to have a kid. And if I don't, I'm still going to be bummed, but I'm like, hey man, congratulations.
It hurts.
And I'm going to be bummed afterwards.
Right. And that's true. And what you do is you take that and you're like, God, Jesus, Father, Holy Spirit, this hurts. And I get, in those moments, I get the image like a 2-year-old with a broken toy. And I'm not saying this to minimize that broken heart, but and I've felt this in church before where I take my toy and I'm like, Papa, fix it. And it's my broken heart that I'm giving him because I can't fix it.
Yeah.
And maybe he can't fix the toy, but he can fix my heart.
Sheesh. No. Yeah. And I think every time we're triggered about something, we hear something that kind of brings up that wound. I think it does. It gives us an opportunity to face it, to realize that this pain still exists. It's still there. It's still something that I've got to bring to you every time I think about it. And even though I tried to bury it, I tried to ignore it, I tried to act like it doesn't exist, it's like, no, it's still there. And God wants me to continue to sit with him with it even though it hurts, because it's like, God, can we just move past this? Like, I don't want to do this.
Christian now.
I gotta go to Christian now.
Yes. Yes. Because he just experienced that.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, now, Christian, don't hold back. Like,
you are describing what he just went through. By the way, these are what lunch with these guys is like. This is nothing abnormal for us.
No, it's not.
It's not here. This is just normal.
Yeah, this just has cameras and mics. This is
this
sort of weird.
It's like when you
shit
get
we
off
talk
of work
about.
and you live 10 minutes away from work, but you're on the phone for an hour and a half with one of them, and you're just like, wait a minute, I've been sitting in the parking lot of my apartment for an hour and 20 minutes. Like, what am I doing?
And nothing like your wife coming out and looking at you
She knocks on
in the window, and you're like,
are you okay?
and I'm like,
Robert.
She's like, yeah, as soon as she's like, I'm on the phone with Robert and Paul, she's like, never mind. Just continue on my day. I'll walk the dogs, I guess.
she knows wisdom is being imparted.
And it's not from her husband. It's into her husband.
Yeah, right. But
She's
yeah,
like,
no,
what you guys talk about?
Yeah, don't.
You really want that hour and a half conversation? No.
Well, the beauty is that she'll get it this time. She'll get it. Like, she'll get to see what it looks like on this episode.
Yeah.
So now let's get back to you though. Like
we're
tell
going
us.
back.
Yeah. I know you
forgotten.
Yeah. Look, he thought we would have tried to like laugh around it, like, that thing.
No, this is called relieving the pressure, so you can go in and without that weight.
Yeah.
So I carried. I've carried a wound. I'll be 35 this year in July, and I've had a wound per se of something that really just like scarred my heart. Sometimes it shatters it, and I don't really want to get into it in case that person watches it. But it was very painful, and there's been times where I've been to the Carolina Outpost, and I'm like, yeah, I set that down. I set that fire. Down. Yeah, I threw that in the fire, and then it would just, I'd feel it again. I'm like, dang, like, why am I feeling this again? It's like, and so, but no, I was finally able to fully, like, wholeheartedly just set it down at the feet of Jesus. Don't even look back. Just like, oh, thank you, Jesus, for taking that from me, and then just walk away from it. And that it's like, what I was doing is like I was trying to bury something very shallow, and then the first tiny rain came through it and just brought it right back downhill to me. But this time I didn't just bury it. I literally set it on fire and let it burn to ashes, and it's not coming back. It will not come back. And I think that's why the conversation we have, like when you leave the outpost, like you hit that pavement and you're like, here we go back into the Matrix. And I didn't have that leaving the muster in Colorado. Like it's like what, 1.2 or 2.2 miles of just dirt road. And then you hit the pavement and I'm just like, let's go. We got this. Like, I think that's why I felt it that different this time, because I truly set it down. Like you can say you set something down to please people, but that's not what you're doing. You're not it. I mean, if you want to let it go, let it go. Like God's gonna be like, okay, look.
Because the difference is, I put it down. I put it in the fire. I buried it. When in what you did was you said, I can't carry this anymore. I'm giving it to you. It hurts like an MFer. I don't know if there's anything you least wanted to do than experience what you experienced that Saturday night.
Pissed.
Oh, yeah.
I was so mad.
I was praying so hard.
I was fighting. I was fighting and yelling at God in my head, just like, no way you're going to make me do this right now. There's no way. And all I heard was now or never. If you don't do it now, it'll never happen.
And it broke you.
It absolutely destroyed me.
But what it did, like it broke this jar that you had set apart, that you put a piece of your heart in that jar. And it broke that apart, and Jesus reintegrated that piece of you back into your whole heart.
Yeah.
Which is why, like you said, is like, I didn't put it in the fire. I didn't do this. I didn't lay it down. Like, whatever that was
Mm-hmm.
is completely gone.
Let me ask you something, Paul. So, what is the purpose of, and I might get this wrong, but I feel like you'll correct it. When you get a hairline fracture or like a partial break,
Mm-hmm.
you have to break it completely for it to heal properly, right? Or something somewhere around in that area, like a bone breaking. You kind of see where I'm going with this. I'm saying like when you break something. So like I tell people like in that moment it was painful, and then it was freeing afterwards. Like
I think if
so
you have a
free.
broken arm and it sets and the fracture heals, but it doesn't heal correctly. It doesn't
Right.
heal
then you got to
in
re-break it.
alignment.
Yeah.
To use words we've been using all day. Then the only treatment for that is we've got to break it again.
Mhm.
Like my brother, even he had some job misalignment. He had to get his jaw broken, rewired, reset twice. But that's the only way to heal it.
Yeah.
Is to break it.
Yeah. And so that's kind of what I experienced going through that
Oh,
moment
yeah.
is the pain of that. Cause every time I would set it down up on the outpost or, some big church event, I would set this burden, this wound down. And then somewhere along the line, I'd pick it back up again. And so it was just like, I broke myself, but never truly let myself re-heal or heal fully. And it just kept re-breaking.
Yeah.
So in this moment, in this, I don't know, it was like what, a 20-minute, 30-minute experience for me. Maybe. Of like from the time he had, it was said, and then I left the room and I was pouting and, throwing a 2-year-old temper tantrum because I wanted my toy,
Yeah. I want it my way.
Yeah.
I'm going to decide what's good and evil.
God was like, no. This is what we're doing. And it was just like in that moment, God was putting me in a cast. And he was preparing me. And then by the time that night was done, it was brand new arm,
You
brand new leg,
pull the cast off, and you're like, my arm works again.
Yeah, it was great. It was so freeing.
Because what we say is it's only weird if it doesn't work.
It was weird.
But Jesus is the integrating source of creation. And it says so in Colossians. He holds creation together. And that includes our hearts. And in that moment, what happened was you're like, oh, Jesus, you're the only thing that can heal this. And to actually like invite him in such a deep level to allow him to take you through the pain to experience the healing.
Yeah. And what I felt and what I went through, like we were saying, we got to put it on a t-shirt. You just can't make that stuff up. You cannot make that experience up in what... Like I'm telling you, like, and I ask, like, or I talk to people all the time, and I'm like, God still performs miracles. Yeah, it's not gonna be like whatever you're picturing when you're reading the Old Testament and stuff like that. Like, nobody's lowering people through a roof, and he's healed right then and there. Like, it's not gonna be like that, but it's still happening.
Like that in some places.
Maybe
Jesus is showing up in dreams.
You got to come through 2 other people's apartments to lower you through, lower me through mine. But it still happens. Like, God, stop thinking God's minimal and only did stuff back then. Like, if you really want to talk to him, just go outside and set a bush on fire. Somebody,
not now. There's a burn
bush.
ban.
I was about to say there's a burn ban right now. We can't set a bush on fire. We haven't had a fire pit in a while because of that.
Little pot, put it in your grill, and then
now he wants to put pot on fire.
Your smoker.
This guy.
He's trying to get you arrested.
I was just about to say we're gonna get banned. They're gonna look through this whole episode. They're gonna be like, "Yep, he said it right here at this point." They're gonna use.
It's fine.
No, but look, as you guys are talking, though, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like your family asked the question of like what happened to Barabbas, and this is what happened to Barabbas, like he made a decision. I don't know what decision he made, but he faced things like you're describing now. He faced things like that we're describing now. And he had the free will to wake up every day and say, how do I respond to like what that guy did. He gave me a second chance. He gave me another opportunity. Do I throw away that opportunity? Or do I just say, like, you know what? Like, if it costs that much, if it mattered that much, then what am I missing in my life that matters that much? I think like I wake up every day and I'm like, yo, what in my life mattered that much? What matters that much? Like, I don't see maybe I don't see what's in me like you see what's in me. And is it worth it? Like, is it worth it? Am I worth it? I'd like to say, like, I'm past that point of, like, wondering, like, am I worthy? But sometimes I do kind of sit, like, with, is it worth it? Was it worth it? Am I making your decision? And I know you didn't just die for me, but was I worth it? Like, was I worth it? As I go through these real life situations, these moments where I have to bring stuff to you and say, oh God, just welcome, or like whatever, like you had thought you said that you would let me leave this and you would provide, like whatever it may be, like is it worth it to him? Like, is what I'm doing outside of what he's doing worth the sacrifice? And am I responding not just by like being a good son and making good decisions, like, oh yeah, I'm trying to keep you from having to do some stuff, God, like trying to keep it in the box, stay in the safe zone. But like, am I responding to even like, God, you turned my life around. Like, I look back at you and realize that you did this for me. You did this for me. And so am I living my life based on like the way you would want me to live it, the way you've called me to live it, based on what you've seen? I think I go back to that. No, I think we'll be in season 15 in 15 years, and I'll be still sitting here like, if you still want me sitting here, God, because you don't have to do that. But like, yeah, I'll be sitting here and I'm like, yeah, like, dang, God, was it worth it? Like, did I make it worth it? Like, just me personally, I'm sure my boys made it. I'm sure you guys made it. But like, did I make it worth it? Like, was it worth you coming after me? If you had left me, did I make a difference? And what am I doing to make that difference?
Mm-hmm. Or we could take it a little bit further and just be like, okay, God, you're gonna leave 99 for me, 99 potentials for me. Like, do I have what it takes to be that one?
Is that, by the way, is that God math, or is that, because that's got like my math says if I got 99
problems,
if I got 99 problems,
Jesus ain't one.
I'm going to drop these 99 to deal with the one, depending on what that was.
Wait, I got to make sure those 99 are taken care of. I don't want to lose those 99.
For sure, 100%. That's correct. And that's how we think. I think that's how we look at it. Like, I'm not gonna be selfish and stingy. Like, I'm not gonna fumble 99 for one. And it's like, okay,
that feels irresponsible.
That's us belittling God again. Yeah. Like, oh God, you're so small that you can't control those 99. So let's just go for the easy one.
Or even in the church, it's all about chasing the one, providing the experience for their one day. Their one day they might experience Jesus. And it's like, we forget that he pursues us with just as much relentlessness as we want him to pursue somebody who is far from God. Because guess what? We're all far from God.
Naive.
Sheesh, come on.
When Christians become naive. Like, oh, God's called me to missions. I got to go overseas. Okay. Why not here? You think we're great? We're good? We don't need God over here. Let's just go overseas and we'll go to another country.
So you know what? I have not ever gone there, only because I'm like, okay, well, if God called you there, like, I'm not gonna argue with you. But it has crossed my mind, no. Like, it's crossed my mind before on like God, and I mean, you don't need to call me to another place where I probably won't find anything to eat because I eat like a child.
There's no bathroom or
And
toilet.
yeah, all of that.
You're pooping in a hole.
All of that. And like when there's so many people that need to be reached right here around me, like you didn't put me in this job, in this position, in this location to like just come out my door every day and just wave at my neighbor. Hey, Bob, how you doing? All right. Like no, maybe like not even maybe. Maybe. Did I just say maybe again?
You did.
Maybe
God put you there so that you could talk to Bob. Maybe he put you there so that you could invite Bob over for dinner. Like how many Bobs have I missed?
So that's actually something that, what if God doesn't want us to expand our influence, but to like deepen the things that are there? That idea of push where there's give. No, I've got to volunteer. I've got to go to church on Wednesday nights. I got to have my small group here. I've got to do this. I've got to have something done every night of the week. I'm going to the prisons. I'm volunteering at the shelter. I'm doing this.
I'm doing it for God's glory.
Yeah, like who you...
Right. And what if it's like my life has pared down a lot over the last few years where I don't interact with a lot of people. And it's not because I'm antisocial, I don't think. I'm not like trying to create a monastery in central Charlotte. But I feel like that's where God wants me. He's like, no, you need to, there are people that I've entrusted to your care. Worry about those people.
Mm-hmm.
I've got everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Worry about your wife. Worry about your kids. Worry about your grandkids. Worry about these guys that I've put in your life. I got everything else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
The Great Commission, So I might step on some toes. I apologize in advance for people out there.
Yeah. Too late for that.
First time that would have
I've
happened
never
on this
stepped on
episode.
either.
Too
First
late
time
for
before.
that
Okay.
one.
But okay, I think it's a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I've already used the word naive once, but I'm gonna do it again. Naive of everybody to think of like, I don't think I was called to missions. Yes, you were. Yes, you was. Yes, you were. If you are a follower of Christ, if you believe in the Bible and what it says, you were called to missions.
Okay, but wait a minute. Hold on. I think people need to define that because when people say that, there needs to be a definition in there.
You are. There is a difference from being called overseas for missions, but everybody is called to further the kingdom of God.
For sure.
Okay.
And what does that look like?
In the Bible, when he calls people to do that, he doesn't say go to here or here or here. He says all nations. That's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Go everywhere, which means here too. So like that means wherever you go.
We are, by the way, the ends of the earth.
Yes.
From when Jesus was talking.
For sure.
I mean, wherever you are. He doesn't say you have to go out of your way to do this. Yeah, if you got the time and the funds and the calling, go do it. But wherever you are, because everybody's going somewhere. Wherever you are. Listen, God will meet you where you are. It doesn't mean he's going to leave you there.
He might go somewhere. He's like,
he's going to meet you where you are, and he's going to walk with you. So everywhere you are, you have the opportunity to bring whoever you encounter to the kingdom. That is missions. And you right there.
And it's not just evangelism, because that's not what Jesus said.
Yeah.
He said, make disciples.
Yeah.
And what does that mean in that culture, in that time? We see how Jesus lived. We are his disciples.
Mm-hmm.
We live like Jesus lived. So when he says make disciples, he's like, I need to show them how Jesus lived so they can live like Jesus lived, because I'm living like Jesus lived so they can see me. And it's not about how many people can say the prayer or raise their hand.
Mm-hmm.
That is important. I am not minimizing that, but that's not everybody's calling.
Yeah.
I am not an evangelist.
Yeah.
Which means you have to be an influencer that influences others, not to be like you, but to be like the person who made you like you.
Yeah, I'm like, be like the dude I'm following, not
Yeah.
Right.
Don't do it like I'm doing it.
Right. Because I still get it wrong sometimes.
Well, and the other thing is I am uniquely called. Like
Yes.
I have a very unique role in this world. We are each God's unique reflection of his heart. Like
We all have
nobody
a
else.
purpose.
Nobody else, because God knows me like no one else can. So I know God like no one else can. So no one else can reflect him, his love, his glory, like I can.
Yeah.
So that's why I point to Jesus. Hey, here's how he's doing it. Here's how my expression of God in this world.
That's good.
So Robert's expression is going to be different. Christian's expression is going to be different. Andreas, like I don't need to do it like those guys do it. I don't need to live like Pastor Stephen or John Eldridge or Morgan Snyder or any of those guys.
Yeah.
Because if I try to, I'm not their disciple.
For sure. Yeah. Come on.
I want to. They show me Jesus, but then they say follow him. Don't follow me, follow him.
But okay, so as you say that though, I can see how hard that is because you see another person doing this follow of Christ and you're like, but I want to do it like him. And we become influencers of the disciple.
Ooh, so instead of saying, hey, yeah, I was at church this past Sunday and Stephen Furtick said this, why don't you say, hey, at church this past Sunday, I heard this verse. Let's go into it, Then you go back into the Bible rather than just saying, hey, this human guy said this. Well, yeah, he said this, but he read it out of this.
For sure.
And that's what he's called to do.
Which is what you're called to do.
Yes, exactly. And then I love how Pastor Stephen Furtick, and I've heard a couple other pastors say, hey, don't take my word for it. Find out for yourself. Take this verse, we put it up on a screen, you can write it down, go look at it.
It points people back to the word. It points them back to the word. Yeah.
Absolutely. They're doing what they're called to do to lead us to do what we're called to do. Jesus didn't just go find disciples and be like, hey, let me tell you about my Father, and then walk away. He said, let me tell you about my Father, walk with me so I can show you the ways. And you've seen the Father. Yes. So when you separate from me and I'm no longer here, then you can carry it on.
Yeah.
That's like small groups. Like, it's cool that you've been in a small group for 12 years. Cool, dude. Have you started your own yet? Have you brought other people into your group? Have they broke off and started another group? Like, if you're just sitting in the same group, it's been the same 10 guys for 12 years. What are you doing?
I can see the comments now. They're gonna be like, "Don't invite that guy back, man. He keeps
don't
challenging
invite
me, man. Don't invite."
He is against the church. He's
God. Sat here and asked me, I got to start a small group. I've only been here 11 and a half. Like, I haven't even made it to 12.
I got one guy saying, don't go to small group. Don't volunteer. I got another guy saying, don't go on a mission trip. And now you're saying I should be.
You guys are confusing me.
Make your freaking minds up.
Welcome to Christianity.
But you know what, though? It speaks to literally the difference in where God is calling all of us, because what he may not be calling you to, he may be calling me to. And your journey may be completely different. I think the beauty is that he's not calling me to mimic you and to mimic what you're doing. He's calling me to seek him. And in that way, I will find what he's calling me to do, even though what you're doing looks really cool. And I think I would have fun. And if God knows my heart, he knows that I would really like to do what you're doing, but he's calling me on a different journey that's not like yours, which is why I can't be you, or I can't be Paulie, or I can't be PSF, or I can't be all these other great pastors and men of God that I think their lives look so cool. So if I can just follow behind him, then I can get the life he has instead of following behind Christ to know the life he has for me. I think that's...
Was PSF Pastor Stephen Furtick?
Yeah, y'all keep...
PSF?
How'd you pick up on that?
It always sucked to win at video games. And like, Pam. Pam, she beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Way to go. Way to go, Pam.
Isn't that the spray, the non-stick spray too?
Also that.
Sorry, not the chef knowing that part.
Oh man, this has been fun. I can always tell when like our conversations are over with because we go into just this
Random
dumb
discussions.
circle. Yeah, right. Right. We go into this like
I'm
we're just
tired of
talking about
talking. I'm
nothing.
tired of
I don't
thinking,
want to go
Robert.
deep anymore. Can we come back to the
Let me
surface?
ruin it then, because
Oh,
the last
no.
time I was on your podcast, we had like a challenge, you know. Okay, so I want to challenge, you know.
Where's my
As if,
camera? Where's his
as if
camera?
he's not been doing that already.
Right,
Let's take his camera
Christianity.
away
So
from him.
This whole conversation, I've just been thinking
It's gonna
about.
be his voice in our video.
Right.
I'm going back to the scene at the, you know, the stairs and stuff. Okay, they're literally upset with Jesus because he's claiming to be the Messiah. Okay, and they're not believing that he is. So, will we be like that? He says he's coming back. It's prophesied that he's coming back in the Bible. When he comes, will we believe it?
Dang. You said this is a challenge?
Just think of the challenge is to think about it. Like when he told Peter, "You're gonna deny me 3 times." He's like, "No, I would never." And then the realization is like, "Oh, crap, I did." And he just made eye contact. Like, are you gonna stare in the face of Jesus as he's literally right there in front of you to take you home? Are you gonna believe he's there? Are you gonna believe it's him, or are you gonna crucify him again?
You know, honestly, even as you say that, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, this would be a lot easier if I knew that no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing, I can look up and see Jesus in the distance making fish for me. To call me not only into repentance, but like call me into reconnection with him. Because I always think about that of like, you could have walked away and found new disciples. Your disciples betrayed you. They walked away. They went back to what they were doing. They moved on with their life. But yet, you still made a fish breakfast for them. And you forgave them in the same way that they betrayed you 3 times. And I'm like,
he was walking with them when they came back, having a conversation with them, and they didn't recognize them. And that I think about that all the time. Like,
would you know?
I promise I'm gonna know. But would I? Like, the people that were about to crucify him were like touching him, fighting with him, like, slashing him, and they had no clue that was Jesus.
But would you know now? Like, would you know if you're walking with him now?
Well, you used the word repentance. And again, I feel like I've hammered this concept a lot, that idea of good and evil. Repentance is the French term to mean to aim differently.
Mm-hmm.
Am I willing to let Jesus aim me differently? It might be 1 degree today. It's like, oh, I was going to do this. I did this instead. But am I willing to submit what I think is best, what I think is right and wrong, and say, you know what? I'm going to repent, and I'm going to let you determine what's right and wrong and what's best for my life.
Mm.
And I'm going to be open. And if we're having this interesting conversation with this dude as we're walking down the road, that's awesome. Come have dinner with us. And then he reveals himself. He wouldn't have, his plan was to keep walking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they invited him, right?
So true. Yeah.
And what does Revelation say? I stand at the door and knock. And it was to Christians. It was to believers.
Yeah.
It wasn't to non-believers. And it applies, but it's like, no, will I open the door of every door of my heart to say, Jesus, come in, have dinner with me, even if it's a door I don't want to open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheesh. So even like to go
Our
back
house
to like
is a mess. Let me clean it up before
Yeah.
I invite you
There's
over.
still like the prodigal son story.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not going in. All my life I've slaved for you. It's that same spirit of no, I'm not, I don't deserve that. Jesus, you can come into that part because I've cleaned it up, I've repainted, I filled in the holes of the drywall where I punched it out. That room's good. But this one, man, I got a lot of, there's people in there you don't want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
There's stuff in there I don't want to let go of. But Jesus isn't there to come clean it up.
Come
He's just
on.
come there to be
Come
there
on.
with you.
Yeah.
Come on. He's going to sit in it with you.
He wants the invitation out there.
Is this really what you want? And he helps you realize, like, nah, actually, this kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I don't need that. Because what that is so cheap. Like the question he asked, who do people say I am? Oh, you're this and this and this. Who do you say I am? Well, you're the Messiah. You are the Messiah. You alone. And Jesus says, are you going to leave me too?
Oof.
Are you going to let me in your room? Are you going to kick me out when it gets hard? No, you alone have the words of life. Where else am I going to go? I'm not going to go to porn. I'm not going to go to drinking. I'm not going to go to work. I'm not going to go to missions or this or that or that. Those things all fail. Jesus, you alone have the words of life. Where else am I going to go? And that's where I go when I get stuck.
Yeah.
When I want to quit.
Yeah.
Are you going to give Jesus an invitation or an excuse?
He's channeling PSF.
I know. He did. That was good. That was good.
Give me my
I'm
camera.
not a paid actor.
But okay, so as you guys are talking about this, I literally am thinking about, like, this is a Bible study right now. I'm on Colossians, and I'm thinking about how, like, it was asking me to, like, summarize it, and I realized that it's like in the whole book, it's just literally saying, hey, look, it's not God, it's not Jesus and whatever. It's simply him alone. Like, he's enough. Like, and I sat back today as I was sitting there looking at that, reading that, and I'm like, it's so crazy, God. I have been very selfish of, like, yeah, God, you'd be really good with, like, provision right now. Like, if you were just to give me this or toss me this or give me, and it's like, but it's always, I fall back on, it's always good when it's you and something.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just good when it's just you? Like, when it's just you alone? Like, are you enough if nothing else changes, if nothing else happens for me?
That the What a God song. If one word is the only thing, that's enough. You alone can nothing in this world can satisfy me. And you have to retrain your entire being, because that sin nature wants to say, no, I need a job. I'm trying to provide for my family. I need a job. I need kids. You've called us, be fruitful, multiply. We need to fill the earth. I need this. If I had this, my life would be good.
Right.
And Jesus says, unless a man dies to himself, you'll never find life.
Mm-hmm.
And the ways of life look like death.
Yeah, literally.
But that only is like you on that night. It's like, that looks like death. I am not going in that door.
Looked like death, felt like life coming out of it.
Right, exactly. You have to go through that death to find the life.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like death in the moment. God, I don't have a job. I don't have kids. My friend just died. My marriage just ended. I just got put in jail. It looks like death. Will you hold on to Jesus in for those words of life in that moment? Will you say your love and your grace is enough? If I have nothing else in this world, that's enough.
Yeah. God, if you can just do this, if you could just give me this, I could do this. Okay, here you go. Okay, but God, if you could just add this to it, when does it stop?
Yeah.
It's
not God plus.
Yeah. What if God gave the Uno reverse card to you? Like, Christian, if you could just do this, I could do this. Nah, bro, I'm good. Never mind. I don't need it that bad.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Man.
And then you get the little guy holding $1 on the fishing pole. Almost had it.
Yep. By the way, that carrot's the enemy. That's that package that comes with that name that's not on it. And you're like, I don't think this came from God.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you almost got it there. That's the enemy trying to get you to chase a carrot. I don't know why we chase carrots. Carbs.
Man.
I'd rather chase a donut.
Better carbs.
This has been good, man. This has been good. Yeah, I'm leaving here with the challenge of just like, man, God, I continue to invite you in. You continue to knock, but is it just enough that me and you sit, or do I have to turn the TV on, or do I have to go and make you something, or do I have to go and do something for you? Why do I feel that way? Why can't I just sit here? Why can't we just sit here and talk? You know, I don't know. This episode definitely. I liked your challenge of like making sure I don't miss him when he knocks, but it's like, but when he knocks and I invite him in, what then? What do I do? Do I try to hide everything that I don't want him to see?
Do I just made this awesome trophy room for you.
Yeah.
Of all the amazing things
Things I
you've
did,
done
yeah.
that I did for you.
Yeah.
No, that's the troll door. That's where all the dusty stuff goes that I don't want anybody to see.
What if Jesus is knocking and instead of letting him in, we just step on the porch with him and close the door
Hey,
behind
what's
us?
I got some nice rocking chairs.
Ooh, yeah.
He's ringing the doorbell a couple times. No answer.
Yeah. No, look, I saw a scene from a movie where it's like, oh, you want to come in? I mean, I think the porch is nice. I got some chairs. Go ahead. The door closed behind me. Like, no, you don't want to go in there. Like, no, you don't want to see what's in there. And
I
it's
just
like,
had some work done on my deck.
He's
Let's go
ringing the
there.
doorbell and you point him to the sign that says no soliciting.
oh, that's cruel. Oh, that's so cruel. Sheesh. Yeah. Yeah. So if you got what we're putting down, I guess you're leaving this episode now with the question of like, what are you doing? How are you responding to it? Because the truth is that it's not just that we're Barabbas. It's not just that you're Barabbas.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in your story. I mean, honestly, think about it. I mean, no matter where you are in your story, if you're listening to this and you haven't made the decision, you're Barabbas. If you have made the decision,
Still Barabbas.
you're still Barabbas. Yeah.
There's
I mean,
You're face to face with the Messiah. And the question becomes, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, that's good. Man, maybe we might have to do a part 2 to this. I mean, like because, you know, even though and the truth of the matter is it's not even a part 2. It's like every story that comes to this table, that comes into this room, it is truly spoken from a place of like, I was a sinner. You saved me by taking my place. And here's the story of how that looked. And so, yeah, that's pretty wild. I'm sure you guys already figured that out. I just came to that. So, yeah, a little slow sometimes. It's all right. It's okay. Well, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you guys coming, kicking with me. Yeah, this has been fun. Normally I ask people if, you know, you got anything else you want to share or anything else you want to, you know, social media, but you guys don't do social media or anything. But actually, you know what? That's a lie. My guy, Paulie here, is actually, it's funny because I'm supposed to join him on his podcast, but I can't have him here without him actually promoting his podcast or sharing with people how they can also come over and listen to all the guests and the great stories you have over on your podcast as you speak through movies. So please, I would love for you to, here, let me find your camera for you.
Bam! There's my camera. So I've been doing Men at the Movies podcast for about 5 years now, 5+. Have over 200 episodes of me talking with people about some of their favorite movies. So there's, like I said, over 200 episodes. We go deep, take a movie, favorite scenes, why you love it, what that reveals about how God's working in our story. But the really exciting thing I'm working on lately is unlockyourstory.org. You go there and you get to find out what your favorite stories tell you about your story. How can you live your story? What does it reveal about the story God's trying to tell through you? And it's crazy what you see.
It is. I will actually be paid. He actually didn't pay me for this, but I've actually done it already or tested it a couple of times, and it is really amazing what you see. And if we had time, or if I wanted to be very vulnerable, I'd share what I got. But I'm not going to do that.
We'll do
but
that
no.
on part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Yes, it was. I thought it was really interesting. I'm still kind of processing it, but no, you should definitely check that out. And
We better wrap this up.
we're cool.
'cause,
Well, hey guys,
I got to go to the bathroom.
not here. Not here. You won't. Not here.
You
Not
lost-
this.
you lost
Not you
bathroom
lost.
privileges.
Yeah. Not here. You won't.
Better flush.
Well, hey guys, thank you so much for joining our craziness. This is what it looks like. So if you ever hear I'm on the phone with Paulie or Christian or somebody of the sort, yeah, just know that this is probably about as crazy as it gets. So I appreciate you guys joining. Love you guys and hope you got so much from this episode today. But even if you didn't, come back, share it with somebody that may get something out of it. And definitely, if you haven't done it already, what are you waiting on? Hit the like down there. If you made it all the way to this place and you haven't hit that like yet,
You have a problem.
thank you. What he said.
You can sit through this whole episode. You're just hit the button.
Hit
Like it.
Hit the button. Share it with somebody. And then make sure you subscribe so you can come back for more of these great episodes, whether it be with these guys or some other great guys. Hey, thank you guys. Love you guys. See you soon.
Thanks, Robert.
Peace.
Hey, and that wraps up another episode of God's Glory and Men's Real Stories. I'm Justin Moore. If today's conversation meant something to you, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, or share with someone who needs it. You can find past episodes, connect with us, and check out our merch at godsgloryandmensrealstories.com. Thanks for our sponsors for making this possible. Until next time, let's keep giving God the glory in every part of our story.